the front row on Cowboy C. Dreams to reality, I'm too real for reality TV. Remember I was piss poor, now I'm right now.
Welcome to college football. It is back upon us. Forgive me for being a little shaky, a little nervous, but this is my first college game day podcast. We've got a lot of special guests coming on today. We are going to have a fun, exciting, trash talking time. And you guys got to understand why I'm nervous, right? Obviously, you could see the colors in the background. It's a big game this morning, but we're not going to get into that just yet. So first of all, if you haven't already liked, shared, subscribed, whatever, I'm never good at this stuff. We are the Peach and Smee's Boom Boom Room podcast. A lot of people ask, where does Boom Boom Room come from? They think it's something, secular. No, it's actually from the movie Life. Ray's Boom Boom Room when he went into, that's what he wanted to have. And so my good buddy Smee, who won't be with us today, he's not much of the football guy, but he had the idea. And he was like, let's call it Boom Boom Room. So we called it Boom Boom Room, and that was it. That was it. Now just give me a moment here because I didn't get the privilege of getting my second screen up. I know, shame on me, right? Shame on me, right? So I have to share everything from my phone. Just give me 1 second. We got people coming on, dude. It's going to be a full lineup, and I'm going to get to what we get to. Yeah, time. I will be more prepared next time. As far as the screen, it makes it very difficult when you're trying to look up bukus and bukus and bukus of information and not have two screens. But you know what? It's all right because it's Saturday. It is the opening week of college football. And I know out of this year, with everything that's crazy going on, such as NIL deals, such as recruiting, high turnovers, new faces and new places, man. New faces and new places. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to digest. But when you give us a stat line, such as you gave us in week one, a roster that you gave us in week one, bro, Texas, Ohio State, 1 versus 3. Let me get my Josh Pate out and pop the pad real quick. 1 versus 3. Arch versus Say, and we know nothing about them. LSU, will they drop the ball once again in the season opener? These are my points, and forgive me because I'm still dishing out invitations to these guys. And I drank a Red Bull, so I'm a little teed up. But anyways, Arch versus Say and LSU, will they drop another game? Nuts versus Klubnik. This is potentially who could be the first quarterback going in this year's draft. So that's something to pay attention to. I'm trying to send McLovin an invite, but his name is actually not McLovin. It's Tyler, and I forget. My bad. Just wait 1 moment for me, McLovin. It's coming your way, brother. It's coming your way. Jeez. I know I should have been ready, dude. I've been up early. It's been a 4 o'clock morning, man. I've been teed up. We're gonna get the boys on, and this should have all been done. I've been doing a lot of editing, but anyways, back to it. Once you get that, I know you're watching, bro. Just hop on in. Nothing much to hide here. Another dynamic that we'll get back to. Was it Beck or was it Georgia? We'll see Sunday night. Obviously, with Notre Dame going to face Miami. I'm not sure, man. I was never sold on Beck. Now I'm not sold on the new Georgia guy either. Keep in mind, we will forget names at times because we talked about doing this, and I told the guys, I was like, look, bro, we're not professionals. We're just fans. We're here to talk trash. We're here to get teed up for the day. That's what we do. That's what the boys do. And so that's what we're going to do. So if I can ever smoothly transition this invitation here, and then I can get back to focus. All right, McLovin, you got it, bud. All right. What will Tennessee be? Nico Imalinava, hard name to pronounce. He gets shipped over to UCLA. And the funny thing is, I don't even know the dude's name, but then the guy quarterback from UCLA gets shipped to Tennessee. What would that be? What would that look like? There's a bunch of what ifs. And college football, the NCAA, the one thing they did right this offseason was give us a stat line for week 1, and we're going to talk about it. That's what we're going to do. McLovin is just joining the stream here. Turn that phone sideways, boy. Let's see if we can get him on here. Adjust it. McLovin, do you got a copy? He's still new to this. You know, we're not new to this. We're true to this, but we are new to this. Once he gets on, we're going to ask him. McLovin's an LSU fan, and if I was an LSU fan, there you go. McLovin, do you got a copy? We have no volume on you, brother. We have no volume. Get your volume right. McLovin, as you could tell, is an LSU fan, and LSU fans, no predictions at this moment. We're just going to get to talk about it because I think they should be extremely worried today. We're going to find out who the real Tigers are, and I know people in Baton Rouge don't want to hear that because they them Tigers. I wish McLovin had his volume right so he could say "Go Tigers" because McLovin's from over there in wherever he's from, not Baton Rouge, but you know, one of them smaller cities that just fish for crawfish, and that's just what they do for a living. I'm just looking at McLovin. You may have to do it without headphones, bro. You may just have to do it with your actual volume. But anyways, LSU, extremely hostile environment tonight. They go to Clemson to take on, I believe Clemson's 4. Surely LSU, I think it's a 4-9 matchup. That's a nightmare just because I'm not sold on Nussmeier. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not sold on Nussmeier. Now, that's nothing against him, but I'm not sold on him. He's got to show me something. Let me call this dude real quick. He done dropped out of my stream here. Dadgum, that's my camera angles up here. Anyways, I'm trying to tell him to fix his volume. It's our first time, guys. Bear with us. We've got a couple different guests coming on today. We've got an Oregon fan. We've got an LSU fan. We've got another Texas fan. You know that's got to happen. Yeah, I hear you now. Thank goodness, McLovin. What?
I had to exit out and then get back in.
Well, good because I was fixing to just sit there and tear your little LSU squad to pieces. To pieces. All right, so I'm just going to get right off the top of it, McLovin. Instant. I've been rambling. I've had technical issues. I've had a 20-ounce Red Bull. I have had. I'm trying to do all this on one screen, and you know it gets hard sometimes. But look, McLovin's first time on the show, and you know we want to welcome you, McLovin. Welcome to the show, buddy. Welcome to the show. Seriously. Thank you. Yeah. You deserve that. But anyways, so as a fan of LSU, McLovin, what do you expect tonight? I'm not going to ask you. We're not doing no game predictions at this moment. Okay. What do you think about your Tigers? Is it so? Let me ask you this: are they're named Tigers, correct?
Yeah, Tigers versus Tigers.
And is it Death Valley, or is it?
Death Valley
did they copy? Did they take the Death Valley from y'all too?
Okay, Clemson had it first, but
okay.
Even I forget their coach's name back in the day, but even
you don't have to know it. I mean, we're not, like I said, we ain't professionals over here, bud. We're just chilling and willing and dealing. You know, you don't have to.
But
know.
One of their coaches back in the day was like the true Death Valley. Like it was a Clemson coach, and they said the true Death Valley is Tiger Stadium at LSU.
Oh, okay. But
even back in the day when it was like 10,000 fans, it had one of the loudest stadiums. Just it's Baton Rouge, dude.
Well,
crazy Louisianans.
Let's just get to it, McLovin. How do you feel about going to the real Death Valley tonight? Even though y'all took it, how do you feel about going to the real Death Valley tonight?
I'm not worried.
Is Nuss ready for something like that at this given moment?
Nuss is ready. This is about as ready as Nuss can be. He's a pro style quarterback. He's ready.
So I got a little tape on him, and this is the last little nugget. He does move well in the pocket. I never actually give him that much credit, but he does move well in the pocket. He does have an arm. He can hit the blades of grass on each side of the field. I'll be honest with you though, he is a little turnover prone at times. And a game like tonight,
I think he's gonna fix that this year. Okay, Mr. Archman.
All right. So just real quick, give me somebody that we don't know about, but we do need to pay attention to tonight. Right? Look, it's college football. It's college football in the year of 2025. There's transfers all over the place. There's recruits all over. It's a very high turnover where teams had or didn't have, and LSU lost some players.
Look, can we talk about something right now?
Go ahead, start me off.
Did you see what rat Dabo Sweeney is?
Go ahead, brother. Tell me what happened to him.
So the NCAA didn't know about this. The SEC didn't know about this.
Oh, okay. You're talking about. You're going on the suspension of the safety.
Yes, first half.
Okay.
What a rat move.
What a rat move, huh? Well, what makes you? Can you enlighten us? Because look, man, I saw the highlight last night. I didn't really know what was the actual cause of it, but could you just touch light on that situation there and actually name the individual if you have the name?
I don't have the individual, but
I know he's a DB.
I know who he is. His name is AJ Halsey.
And, Okay, all right. Now start there and give us what happened. Give us what happened to that.
Okay, so last year he played for Houston.
Yeah,
go Cougs. But they were playing BYU, and it was like in the third quarter, like early third quarter, and they got in a little scruffle, and he smacked the guy, and by rule, he has to be suspended the first half, but no one knew about that. No one knew about that till 2 days ago.
He smacked the guy in the game, is what you're saying?
Yeah, last year.
Okay. Look, man. Let me just start off with this. We go to high school football games and we get out there and see them boys, and I can't stand it. It kind of makes me mad that you're even at this sport. But when you have parents, like, dude, football is not a nice sport. Football is a chippy sport. Football is meant to have intentions to punish you. Okay, so through the tackling, through the aggression, there's going to come some chippiness. You're gonna get a push. You're gonna get somebody that may give you a pop. That's football. I don't like when parents do it. I don't like when parents get on there and they're sitting there. Y'all need to throw a flag on him. Y'all need to throw a flag on him. He's pushing. What are you talking about? What are we even talking about?
Yeah,
it's football. It's chippiness. That's competitiveness. Look, man. Hey, you know what? There's different type of animals. There's animals that can get back and talk their trash, and then there's even scarier ones that don't say nothing, and they do it to you anyways. It's just two narratives.
Right, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just a half. I think LSU is probably one of those programs that is definitely capable of. Look, man, once you get up to that tier of I think LSU, and I'm gonna even. God, I hate giving these people credit. A&M, they find something to cry about every year, and I'm sure they're now that football season has started, they'll get on the same cycle, and we'll hear tears from them. But anyways, that's my side dig. But LSU is one of those teams that can interchange pieces. Like dudes, like even Georgia, a lot of those positions, and I would argue, especially at defensive back, they could be too deep. Now, is Brian Kelly, are you sold on I'm not sure the defensive coordinator, but are you sold on Brian Kelly? Because we're going to get to him in a little bit.
Kelly at all. He has to win this game, or he don't have to.
What happened? So what was the guy? What was the offensive coordinator when y'all went with Burrow?
And
Brady. Brady.
Joe Brady was a passing game coordinator.
Why didn't y'all get him, brother?
Hey, that's a good question. Because
all right, we're about to see. Hey, we're fixing to see if old P Jennings is here. He's fixing to get on the stream and see what's up. Let's see.
Okay.
P Jennings, can we get a holler at you? Can we hear you? I need you to say something so we can see if we can hear you. He may have to rejoin too. Hey, so if you can't hear, you may have to back out and rejoin. McLovin had to do that. Just do that, and then we'll add you back. Anyways, no. So my thing is what are the implications if by chance? Do you think there's no early season implications if Chip Kelly loses this game early?
At the end of the day, the SEC is harder to run through than the ACC. So I think if Clemson loses this game, they still have a chance to get to the playoffs very easily at that.
Yeah.
But if LSU loses, it's a very hard road.
And we have.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we have a conversation we're going to get to later for a dear friend, Jason Hayslip, and he's disgruntled about some things, and he doesn't like the way the rankings go, and we'll get to that in a little bit. We're going to finish touching up with a little bit of LSU, and then we'll go back to him once we do the picks. Now,
okay,
Brian Kelly, if he goes in there and loses week 1, what is LSU fans saying? Because I don't think it has like fire him now implications. But I do think LSU fans are like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
It would definitely be here we go again because.
Hey, can you get a copy now?
What's up, big dog? Y'all hear me?
All right, yeah. So Preston, I'm just gonna ask this and reiterate this question because I want to get your topic on it. I love the hat; it looks great on you. You couldn't have done it better.
Today's the day the Lord has made.
If Chip Kelly loses game 1, not Chip Kelly, excuse me, Brian Kelly. If Brian Kelly loses this game to Clemson, I don't blame Chip Kelly or Brian Kelly for losing some of these first and second game matchups because he hasn't really dug deep. Look at Penn State sitting at number 2 going to play Nevada, and next week going to play Western Pennsylvania. I mean, that you're ducking some shade. But if he loses this week, this is what I will say. LSU fans are going to be, here we go again, another season. Do you see a 7-3 if you lose game 1 against Clemson?
So this is what I'm going to say. What has Brian Kelly done in his career? People going to bring up Cincinnati.
Hey, so you're going to ask McLovin these questions because he's an LSU guy?
Okay.
I'm just going to sit here and
All right, McLovin. Explain to me what Brian Kelly has done other than semi-successful stint with Cincinnati. Because at Notre Dame, he had no business being in the national championship. No business being in that national championship.
I agree with that. I'm not sold on Brian Kelly. I think if you lose this game, you're very much on the hot seat. You know what I mean? And LSU fans will not take it. I mean, you've seen every go after that.
Well, and like I said, I don't think I'm going to go back to that. I don't think it holds a fire him now implication, but I do think LSU fans are like, yeah, dude, you got like, does Bama become bigger at that moment? Like, is it a must-beat Bama year for LSU?
Must win Bama.
Every year.
Must win.
Every year.
I know it's every year, but look, I can tell you who else is on that. They're not on the hot seat, but they are on the must-win. And if Ryan Day – now, I'm going to get to Ryan Day because we're going to tear him up in a second because we got something coming.
It ain't his day. It ain't his day.
If Ryan Day loses to Michigan again, they're going to – it's kind of like you threw the birthday party, but you didn't have the cake, you know?
Right.
I don't know. We're gonna look at it. Like, I don't. Obviously, it's not anything.
Real quick. My whole thing when they hired Brian Kelly, I feel like, in my opinion, a lot of people don't talk about him enough as they should. But Luke Fickell, now he's at Wisconsin now.
Yeah.
Luke Fickell would have fit what LSU should be the route LSU should go. that same thing with Coach O. They're gritty. They're they grind the games out. They're gonna be there at the end of the game. Brian Kelly is the princess of college coaches. There's not really much to. There's just he leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And I mean, I ain't got nothing. I mean, I don't have nothing against LSU. I just don't like Brian Kelly.
Right.
Just a thought. Do you think Ed O should have got more time at
He said he's
LSU?
coming back. He said he's coming back to coaching. So
Is he coming back to? He's not coming back to LSU.
no,
Other
listen.
miss.
Hey, put him over. Hey, dude, put him. He can't leave Louisiana. He needs to go Raging Cajuns or
No, we need to go get him. That's the most recruiting son of a gun. And if you give him NIL money to use,
Oh man.
woo, go Joe, go Tiger.
Well, so we'll just kind of polish off this LSU, and then we'll go back to it on the pick'ems. I'm going to ask you, Preston. You're going to be over Ohio State, and I know it's not a day for you to pull for Ohio State, but McLovin, we're gonna argue wide receiver you, okay? And I want you to name an LSU receiver, and then I want Preston to name an Ohio State receiver, and who actually has that. Because y'all been pulling that DBU stuff with us for years, bro. Y'all claim it.
We haven't been DBU for the last couple of years, but overall, we've had some greats. But
okay, well, look, how about this? Wide receiver one, LSU go. What do you say? Jamar Chase. Wide receiver one, Ohio State, Preston.
Wide receiver one's tough.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to get. We're just going. Really, it's not so much in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's just apples.
Was it Tim Brown? No, I thought Tim Brown might
I mean, you can go Marvin Harrison Jr.
Junior? Yeah, I mean Marvin Harrison Jr. I was trying to get one of the deep cuts, but yeah, that'll work.
Who you got, McLovin? Name next in line.
Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
Mbuku. Was it Mbuku?
Mbuka.
Yeah, Mbuka.
Who else you got?
I got
Neighbors. He's gonna go Neighbors.
I'm going Neighbors.
Okay. How about this? Chris Olave.
Yeah, Olave, good.
Hey,
Give me another one.
let me take Ryan Thomas Jr.
And then you got Jeremiah Smith.
The baddest man on the planet.
I know, dude. He is Preston, and here's what gets me is when you go to high school football games and people watch, it's more small towns, they support these guys. They're like, man, what you call it? This guy's got smoke. And I'm like, dude, you just have to see a different athlete on field. Like Devin Bray truly epitomized to me. There are far differences between a souped up dude and just like a good guy. Like Devin Bray was unfair. He was a cheat code.
I watched Devin Bray not want a big play in a game one day. I was on the sidelines on crutches, and he said, "I'll be right back, Pete." He went up he was on defense, smoked this kid. I'm talking about just smoked him after the whistle. Jumped up, sent a cuss word to the referee, and he came and took his pads off and sat next to me. He goes, "Now what were we talking about?"
Dude, he just he was actually offered in Cal. Like he had scholarships to Cal. He had scholarships to
An athlete, you don't have to tell nobody that's the best player on the field. When they walk up, they know it. They see it. Like when the first whistle hits.
Devin Bray was playing Deweyville, and he returned the kick, and the kick got flagged, and then he returned the kick again.
Well, let me tell you something about that Deweyville game. Not a lot of people know about. So before that happened, so Devin had a touchdown all at this point of the year. We get close, and then they give it to Tank. Well,
yeah, I mean that's fair. Tank was a big dude.
We ran off tackle, and Devin came in and smoked that outside linebacker, and it freed Tank. And Tank scored. Well, you know, Tank had asthma. So when he come running to the sidelines, he done broke a 70-yard touchdown run, and he couldn't talk. And he just looked up at Devin and just nodded at him.
Dude,
And then then we're on punt, or no, it was kickoff return. And all of a sudden, Tank's out there. We're like, why is Tank out here? Tank ran over about 3 people in front of Devin Bray to free him, let him score his first touchdown. But he did that because Devin did that for him.
well, real quick, if you were named a piece of military equipment in football, what would it be? I think I'd be like a B-52 bomber. McLovin would be the nail gun.
I would be something small. I don't know. An MRE. That's probably what I think.
How would I be a nail gun?
I'm a snack.
Yeah. Well, all right, boys. Let me ask you this. Quick question. Was Georgia the problem or was Carson Beck the problem? And how real is what's taking place in Miami? McLovin, I'll let you take that one first.
I think Carson Beck's a good quarterback. He's not great. I don't think he's going to be a pro quarterback.
Turnover prone, mind you.
Yes, but I don't think the quarterback that Georgia has now is better than him.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
I think Miami could have said, "Who are they playing today?"
I can't even.
State, probably. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you this though. I do know that I will say that Georgia running back. I can't think of his freaking name right now.
They're playing Notre Dame. They're playing Notre Dame on Monday night.
Oh, I'm talking about Georgia. You're talking about no, Miami's. So let me just say this. I think Notre Dame reminds me a lot of Penn State. I think Penn State. I think their ceiling would be basically. I believe their Penn State ceiling is one game away from the big game, and it's not. I don't think it's necessarily a Penn State problem. I think it's a James Franklin problem. But I think that Notre Dame is that team to get to the championship, as we saw last year, and then get smoked, throttled. Do you remember what was it, 2015, 2014? Against Alabama, and Notre Dame went in there, and then they had a documentary of that Teo dude that had a fake girlfriend, and he was like, we saw it, we were like, these guys are huge.
And hey, who was the head coach of that team?
Marcus Freeman, or who are you talking about? Notre Dame's coach?
No, I'm talking about when Mallett. Yeah.
Go ahead, McLovin. Yeah. I do think his name was Brian. Was it Chip Kelly? I think it was Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, but going back to the Carson Beck thing real quick, I don't think he's very good at all, and I think it's another one of those ones that they tell us how good he is, and whether they're seeing it, because it's like going to a ballroom dancing competition and doing a 2-step. That's what he looks like. He don't look like he even belongs. And when they swapped from him to I forgot what his name is, Stockwell or whatever it was.
I think he gets on that TikTok too much. That's just me, you know. Carson Beck, I think. Did you hit mute, Preston? McLovin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. I think Preston may hit mute on the toggle or something. If not, you know, I guess repeat the thing. This show is definitely first week trial and error. But no, Carson Beck, man, I think that I don't believe in him. I think he's very turnover prone, and when high moments of the game come up, I think Carson Beck, you see the composure, and sometimes it's not really that good. And I think it honestly, I want to say it boils back to preparation, because last year you had the stories of, Carson Beck was this, Carson Beck was that, and basically on TikTok surfing, trying to get at this woman, and you just hear it. And then he actually, matter of fact, McLovin, he actually went on. I don't know if you saw that. He actually went on a talk show or an interview or whatever, and he was just like, "Yeah, he didn't really think about football outside of football." And it's like, you're the quarterback.
He says he doesn't watch football. I'm like, that's crazy. How do you not watch football? You have to watch. You have to watch film.
Yeah. I mean,
it
was an insanely dumb comment. I didn't like it. Jason Hayslip. All right, so Jason wants us to hit on this topic, McLovin, and I'm going to give it to him because let's protect this house. I don't know if you're from Ohio State or where you're from, but I hope you're talking about Austin, Texas, baby. Hook 'em horns. Thank you, Matthew. That's a complicated last name, but God bless you for your comment. Jason, let's get to Jason's topic because he deserves to hear this. McLovin, what do you think? All right, let me just lay the foundation of this topic like this. So you have SEC and you have Big Ten, and I don't think that's any kind of argument. Preston's back. Preston, you got a copy.
What's up?
All right, so we're going into this new conversation that we have a comment over here. We're gonna put this up and show it on the stream. Jason Hayslip at the bottom says, "Go Boise State." Now, here's what I'll say about Boise State. You have the Big Ten and you have the SEC. I'm going to tell you, a lot of times you can go to the Big 12 and the 8th best team or 9th or 10th in the SEC will beat the 4th or 3rd best team. I mean, I don't even know how good Auburn is, and they beat the brakes off of Baylor last night. I mean, it got competitive, but
Baylor made Jackson Arnold look like the second coming to Johnny Manziel this night.
Preston, we got us one here. Ducking high. Get that out of here. Hook 'em horns, baby.
Hook 'em.
Anyways, so Jason, my thing is with Jason, he wanted to know, how is Boise State getting recommended in the top 25 every year when you know a good and well a Mountain West team comes down to you can bring them to Mizzou.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. They're going to the Pac-12, which Pac-12 ain't nothing. But the media has been in love with Boise State ever since they beat Oklahoma with the Statue of Liberty back in the day.
Look, let's just be honest. That Boise State team was a good Boise State team. They were a gritty Boise State team.
Yeah.
Of the last year, the media was obsessed with Ashton Genty. Can we agree?
Yes, but I will say this: Boise State, with the media, it's the same thing. What they do with USC every year, it's the same with a multiple team. No matter if they're good or bad, it's like they throw it against the wall and see what sticks.
Well, and Jason does bring a good point up because you have teams like Kansas that will be outside of the top 25. We know Kansas is catching fire, and then you see Boise sitting at 25. Now, why in the world is Boise at 25? It's like to me, I was regressful in agreeing that SMU should have been in the playoffs last year. It's just
I think last year, even with Genty, I think Vandy was better than Boise State.
Yeah.
So that would make them better this year than them.
I would take it. I would take that. Yeah, man. Honestly, Boise State. I don't hate to see anybody good besides A&M. And Preston, you missed my
Oklahoma.
You missed my little one-off earlier. I said, A&M fans, you got your start to the college football season. I'm sure there'll be something to cry about, and now at least your cycles are sinking.
Hey, it's 9:06 and OU still sucks.
And that's a whole nother topic. And yeah, let's go into that. So OU coming back into a season with Brent Venables. Now, mind you,
I love him.
You love Brent Venables.
Yes, because as long as he's there, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
Hey, I will say this: that quarterback for Oklahoma.
Who did he play? But he didn't play no SEC defense.
That's
Hey,
true, but
Jason,
just a pure passer. He's a pure passer.
Jason, to touch on that comment, maybe it is the blue turf. It's the uniqueness of the program. That's why they want to get a more
That
national.
blue turf is the dumbest thing on the planet Earth. It's
I don't like
ugly.
turf.
when I play NCAA football on the PlayStation, I will not play at Boise State. That hurts.
Yeah, well, I was gonna wait
And
till
it-
Hunter. I was gonna wait till Hunter got on to go ahead and view a slide, but I don't know. He was supposed to be on at the 9 o'clock hour, but we're gonna go ahead and view this because I want to get your opinions on this, and it just seems like a good time to get into that. Let me pull this one up, and hopefully it's the right one because.
better not be no naked pictures. Ain't nobody want to see that. This early in the morning.
No. It ain't nothing like that, bro. It ain't nothing like that. It's just, but we are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it because there's, oh no, I thought the Hunter was on. Never mind. It was just me showing some. But look, there are some coaches that we need to address, and why not do it now? Why not do it now? Oh, audience, let me
see it.
off there. You see it?
Somewhat.
Hang on. All right, now
Hey, McLovin, who's that
see
guy
it.
on the right? I can't tell who that guy on the right is. McLovin.
Now can you see it?
And he's yelling.
He's yelling. All right,
Yeah.
all right. So let's go ahead and run this down. Out of all these coaches, Devin Ryan, thank you for your comment. I don't know anything about football, but support y'all. Thank you. It's always love. See you tonight. First of all, we're going to have to do a seat check, and I'm going to ask McLovin to break down the seat check on ways Brian Kelly. First of all, do you want to see Brian Kelly win? Or, is that something you want to see?
I want to see him succeed. Any coach at LSU, I want to see him succeed, but you got to succeed.
Opportunities.
Opportunity is here right now. Go into Clemson, beat Clemson, and everyone's going to be off your back to continue the season.
All right, so let's break down his stats. In 2022, 10-4, in 2023, 10-3, and in 2024, 9-4. Now, a couple of those seasons, he had your beloved Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. But let's just be honest. It's the first game that gets this dude. It's literally the first game, and it may set the tone for other big games in the season. Would you agree, Preston?
Yeah, I mean, the reason why that first game gets him is, he at Notre Dame, they didn't play nobody. They did not play nobody. And I don't think he prepares the team well. I don't think that it's hard to not give away my pick for later on.
Yeah, well, McLovin, go ahead, and I just want to hear your rebuttal on do you believe that Brian Kelly prepares the team?
I don't think he prepares the team very well. He's a very self-centered person. He's a bit of himself. You got to be a team. You got to be a player's coach. You know what I mean?
I read something the other day where they said he was actually trying to get the Tiger renamed to Brian.
They ought to stick the tag on Tiger on him.
Yeah, well, look, like I said, it's the first game, and it's the games he shouldn't lose.
Just real quick, that a team projects your personality, right?
Yeah.
And he is softer than he has a little sugar in his gas tank. He's a little bit on the sensitive side.
He wants football with his sugar, not sugar with his football. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, and I don't think, and that just don't fly, especially in the SEC. That might work in the Big Ten, but it ain't gonna work or somewhere ACC probably too, because they're trash. But it ain't gonna work in the SEC.
Well,
I'll say this.
Go ahead, McLeod.
This is the most talented LSU team he's had. Like, if any other coach had this team, they would go all the way. It's just stacked everywhere.
Well, except running back. I don't believe in the running game.
That's still to be proven for LSU.
Offensive line, honestly. If the offensive line is half decent, that run game's going to be good. Caden Durham is a heck of a back.
I'm subs for Nuss. I'm on the Nuss bus. You know?
Yeah.
Well, look, Preston. Let me ask you. I want you to run down. I want you to run down Lincoln Riley, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to take it at the tone of starting off with how he left with Oklahoma to go get this dream job and what he's done at this dream job. Because as you
All
can
right.
see, in his first season, 2022, 11-3, you had Caleb Williams to protect you. In 2023, you went 8-5. Caleb Williams is gone. And then last
So
year you go to even a lower record in 7-6.
you
Go ahead.
you if you're gonna leave a team, you can't miss. So if you're gonna leave a team like he did, the way he did, think about Saban leaving Miami in the middle of the night to go to Alabama, and we know
He
how
did,
that ended up.
Hey,
Lane Kiffin.
Wasn't Saban at LSU too?
Man, Saban's a
Yes.
joke.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm just kidding. But if you think about Lane Kiffin, Lane Kiffin's done it multiple times, and he barely got a head coaching job after. So you got two different ends of the spectrum there. And
Yeah.
I feel like Lincoln Riley was reading the newspaper clippings, and really, he was being successful off of the remnants of what Stoops left, and Stoops was still around, and the aura of Stoops.
Yeah.
He's never done nothing on his own. And
Yeah.
and there's some people who are coordinators, and then there's some people who are head coaches.
Well, I mean, to be
Right?
honest with you, he inherited all that style he did from Stoops. Now, I will tell you this: Stoops was a lot better because he got the right players, and it looked a lot cleaner.
But if you think about it, Chip Kelly, Brian Kelly's brother, which I think Brian Kelly should follow suit, did the same thing. He's found out that he ain't cutting it as a head coach. Let's go back to being a offensive coordinator, and he's successful at it. So I think Lincoln Riley needs to sit down and shut up for a little bit and go be the offensive coordinator at somewhere else.
Let's be honest. Lincoln Riley went to the Pac-12 because I just believe he's a soft coach. I mean, like I said, it's just no way around it. Brent Venables, I don't think he is a soft coach, and I'm going to get to Brent Venables. So Brent Venables has obviously under Dabo, good coach, good defensive mind, and then takes the job at Oklahoma because Lincoln Riley up and says, "I'm out here." Goes to USC making Sharman over there, and Brent Venables takes over the job and has been less impressive. Oklahoma just doesn't look like the same team, man. They don't play. They definitely don't play like they used to. They don't. It's just not the same Oklahoma team. Now this year, here's where the variable gets interesting. I can't hear Preston again. He must be riding through bad areas, man. I hope he ain't working today. We got a big game, boy. We got to get on. But anyway, so Brent Venables. Listen to this take, McLovin. Okay. So obviously we got on last. You saw the Auburn quarterback Jackson Arnold. Okay. Did good. He didn't pass the ball much, and that was probably some of his problems. Was just not being able to complete those passes and so on and so forth. You know who Jackson Arnold plays in week 2?
Who?
Or it may be week 2 or week 2. Don't take me verbatim, but Jackson Arnold plays Oklahoma, who he just left. Who Oklahoma just said, I think we got our other guy.
Mateer is going to be really good for Oklahoma. That's my that's my white horse to win the Heisman.
That's your white horse to win the Heisman?
Yeah, that's the white horse. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback, dude.
Hunter got on and he got off. Anyways, no, I think Mateer I think he's good. It's just
he's a great passer. He's a great passer.
Where did he come from? Washington State?
Yeah, Washington State, which they didn't play nobodies.
Kudos to Washington State, though. Washington State had who'd they have? Oh, we got 2 of them loading. We'll ask that but kudos to them, bro. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Whenever our joiners will get in, we'll figure this out here. P Nasty showing stream. I'm trying to look. It's just a lot at once. Anyways. So yeah, no, I mean, Brent Venables, like I said, extremely good coach. But I like the dynamic of how does it look? How does it look though if you go in there and you lose
to your old
to your old quarterback? Now, keep in mind, a lot of people don't know the stuff that's been happening, like behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like they literally have a new athletic director, and they have like a whole bunch of overhaul in house. So what does that mean? That means the people I mean, really the people that you know he's that's what I'm thinking.
Hunter, get better internet. Get better internet.
Well, I'm trying to see. It says like 2, but it says cute. So I'm trying to figure out how to get them. It shouldn't have any issues. I just don't see it. But I do hear him. Preston, you got a copy. He's a spirit.
Sorry.
Anyways, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see
That's fine.
Hunter, you got a copy?
What is up? I can't hear him.
I can't hear you. We can't hear you, brother. You may have to. So hey, if we can't hear you, just rejoin the party. It's been happening to everybody. It's okay, and then come back in, and it seems to work fine. So yeah, do that. But anyways, so yeah, I mean, I think out of all 3 of these coaches, I think that probably the one that's definitely on the has the hottest seat check is Brent Venables, and you know, I mean, I guess best case scenario, Texas will have the pleasure to hopefully beat them one more time.
You go 6 this year, and you gotta produce this year, or you're gone.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't disagree with that. But it's going to be an interesting to see how that pans out. So, other than that, McLovin.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. What have you saw thus far? What have you saw thus far to really impress you since we've began I believe it was technically we began last week, but back to the Boise State conversation. Boise State played South Florida and got absolutely smacked.
Like that was an embarrassment, you know, to put them in the top 25. Yeah, and for them to lose by
Hunter, do we hear you now? I don't know why we can't hear you, brother. It's all right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So, anyways, so South Florida, my goodness, did you watch that guy Byron Brown or whatever? Byron Brown or whatever, the quarterback for South Florida, dude's a hoss. I don't even know if I could show some of these videos, but I'm about to look it up. The dude, that guy has impressed me the most as far as a quarterback, because I don't know who his quarterback coach is, but he definitely is not telling him to duck any type of pressure, because dude's just solid. I mean, like he runs. Look, again, it's Boise State, so you play a bigger program, then we'll talk about it and see what happens. But yeah. Did you watch any of the games last night? What do you have to say about the Colorado and the Georgia Tech game? I thought it was a great game. I thought it was going to be a great game before the game even kicked off.
Colorado just got to do better, you know, especially with Deion being the head coach. You got to do better.
Here's my thing. I think that
it
was upsetting for the defense couldn't make a tackle on the quarterback. That's insane. That's upsetting. I mean, your defense just let that dude walk all over you, and that's just terrible. I think Colorado needs to change their defense up. They got all these Hall of Fame coaches. I think they need to step up their game and be better coaches. I think.
Well, you know, you had.
I mean, you got a quarterback running around like he's invincible, but nobody's touching him. I mean, come on, dude.
Dude, you know what really bothered me? I don't know if anybody watched that game. Jason, thank you. Jason's going to be a top streamer or viewer today. We praise you. Hey, if you haven't already, McLovin, I don't know if you just disappeared from planet Earth. I can't see you on the stream anymore. It's just like your camera's black for some reason. Maybe you blocked your camera out. Anyways, I could not stand. Did anybody pay attention? That quarterback, what do you do as a quarterback It's a 3-step drop. It's a 3-step drop. Bro, that quarterback was running back to his own 20. Like, go back and watch the highlights of that game last night, and you're going to see, like, dude was dropping back a mile. And obviously, the line, Colorado's line wasn't impressive. But like I said, ultimately, overall, it was a good game. I was actually more so impressed with Colorado. And I don't like to credit Dion that much just because Dion, he's let's be honest, sometimes he's an attention seeker.
Mm-hmm.
But kudos to him because I was impressed. I don't know if you watched any of the game, but it was Georgia Tech is not a bad team by no means. Georgia Tech is actually a very they're gonna upset somebody in the ACC. I agree. I feel that 120% this year. But anyways, so I showed Hunter this earlier. McLovin, what is going on with your camera?
Can y'all not see me?
I can see him.
And did you lock your camera on the thing or whatever?
No.
Anyways, it's just a black. It's just a black screen. Yeah, I see you.
I see him.
Oh, you see? Okay, well maybe I just blurred you out.
Maybe.
All right, we'll get it back. Anyways, so I showed Hunter. Hunter got a hold of me this morning, and he's teed up about the season. But I kind of showed him a few things. And Ohio State fans, I know we got a couple of you watching. I need some more Longhorn fans to get in here and combat with these people in the chat. But other than that, Hunter got so mad that I didn't have any Oregon stuff in here. And I'm like,
not even
because you're owned by Nike. Just because you're owned by Nike.
Hey, look, don't hate the player, hate the game, all right? Look, don't get mad because we got better clothes than everybody else, better uniforms, the whole
That's
nine.
it.
Than anybody else college football.
That's it.
Hey, that's what you think. But
we'll see. What is your prediction? Obviously, you've got a matchup with. I'm sure you have a matchup with Ohio State this year. Do you think? What do you think their ceiling is realistically? Because last year they had Dylan Gabriel, they had more momentum coming out of the portal, and now we've got a quarterback at Oregon. He's not bad. I've read he's not a bad quarterback. It's just we don't know actually solidly what we're going to get from him.
Yeah, that's on the same boat. I think we got a quarterback that needs to show us that he's one of the top in the country. We don't have much film on him. I mean, we did play a little bit at UCLA, but not much. He played a little bit in the spring game. I mean, but at the same time, there's a lot more issues in the quarterback. The offensive line looks kind of rough. I think a couple of guys coming back. One out of the whole 5 offensive linemen they had, like 1 or 2 are coming back. The receiving, drafting, people transferring, transferring, and all that. And I think that a lot of question marks. I think we get to Ohio State. Hopefully by that time we'll know where we're at. I think that Oregon needs a couple tune-up games to see where we're at.
Now I will give you credit on this, okay? Because I look at Oregon with all their Nike bags and 17 pair of Nike shoes, literally that they're carrying into the facility. It just gets a little ridiculous at times. But that it could just be jealousy, and so I'm not gonna hate too much. Dan Lanning, head coach of Oregon. Mm-hmm. I really thought he kind of fitted that narrative. And I don't even know if fitted is a word. Maybe it's fit. I probably should have said that in the correct pronunciation. My wife will correct me. But anyways, so Dan Lanning this offseason, little fun fact for those who didn't know, that didn't keep up. Dan Lanning, Oregon head coach, was actually the one who tipped off Josh Heupel at Tennessee when Nico Iamaleava was shopping around low-key for NIL deals. And I was like, good for you, Dan. Good for Oregon. Good for you. Because I truly think that's what college football needs more of. Coaches, don't get me wrong. Like, if Jeremiah Smith wanted to come to Texas, he'd probably be, 4th guy on the roster. But, no, I'm joking. But if he did want to come to Texas, a lot of times coaches will get in there and poach that guy And I don't like that side of the recruiting. Like I like just fair. You know, if Nico, he could have went about it in a whole different way. Although I don't know why he went about it at all. I mean, Tennessee's a top program.
Like if you're gonna hit the portal, and then you can shop around.
Jason, can you specify who's a quack? Are you talking about? Are you talking about Hunter, Jason? Are you getting Hunter? Quack, quack, Hunter. Quack, quack.
Let me tell you something. All right. I think that I think you're right. I'm glad that the Oregon coach said something. How would you feel if Arch Manning was doing the same thing? You had no idea about it.
Well, to be honest with you, it showed a little more. It showed a little more to his character.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like I said, I don't. You don't see that, man. NIL is a very sweaty. Recruiting has turned sweaty. I mean, look at the offseason. So Texas, we have a 5-star lineman. Like all routes have him going to Texas. Who comes in? Texas Tech offers him $5 million. You're talking about a guy who is not even out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
You just gave $5 million to. And this is the thing this is what I do like about Sark is Sark literally goes, he says, look, I'm not paying people that can't come in and actually have an instant impact. Like, why would I pay you $5 million if, especially a lineman, your body frame's not even going to be prime until you're potentially a sophomore, junior, maybe?
So remember me and Derek had this conversation a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I told that, I said, Texas Tech, they got a checkbook and they're signing. They don't care what it takes to win national championship over there. So here's my thing. I don't like the NIL.
I think Texas Tech also has pipe dreams too.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason why I've been telling Derek about Texas Tech is that watch out, team. You spent $20 million on your football team.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money. I mean, that's ridiculous, right?
Let me remind you, though. Let me remind you. You know who else went in that bag heavy?
I didn't say. I'm just saying.
You know who else went in that bag heavy 2 years ago? It started 2 years ago because that's when it started. It was Florida State, and what did we get? A 3 and whatever season. It was. I mean, I can't even. It was Florida State like.
Even Ohio State did last year. Ohio State had a $10-15 million roster.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, let's just be honest. At this point, everybody's going to have a $10-15 million roster. P. Jennings, can you hear me now?
Let's go.
You hear me?
So yeah,
hear me?
So here's what we're talking about. Basically, we're on the topic of NIL and just talking about how Texas Tech, they're spending a lot of money, but doesn't mean they're making money moves. Like I said, Florida State did the exact same thing, and then they trotted off into a 3 and whatever season, like I said before. Jason Hayslip said NIL has deals. Wait, excuse me. NIL deals failed loyalty. What say you? What say you, people?
Well, this is my thing. It's just like your little brother gets all of mom and daddy's money, but they don't make them cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They can spend all they want to. It doesn't change their identity. They're still Texas Tech. People are going to want to go to somebody who wins. If you pick the Big 12 right now and you're a 5-star recruit, you're weak. You're weak because you're running from competition. Because if you go over there right now, the 2 big teams are gone. They added a bunch of jokes, and if you win the Big 12 championship, that's the equivalent of winning the MAC. So, I don't know. I don't think it revives them.
I hadn't heard you in a dog's age. What do you think about NIL? And obviously, let's just be honest. We're fans of Texas, Oregon, and LSU. This is probably not a problem for us. Right. And to all my Ohio State viewers, because we do have a just to enlighten you guys, our streaming our gamer tag is TTOP, which stands for the Texas Ohio players. So we do get a lot of overflow of Ohio people that want to make a. But 11 o'clock's coming, mind you. 11 o'clock's coming. Manning era is coming. saying here is coming. I don't know if you're ready.
Hey, choo choo! The train is leaving the station. It's time to hop on.
We're not we don't have the target on our back. We got red dots on other people's. Come on, I like that. That was spicy. But McLovin, what do you think?
No. Hey, what
Go ahead. I want to hear it. Preston's always got good rebuttal.
What Conor McGregor once said: "We didn't come to take part; we came to take over."
Dang, we should make we need to make a shirt off of that. That was nice. I like that. Good insert. McLovin, what do you say? What have you seen that's kind of disgruntled you about NIL and so on and so forth?
I mean, it's getting crazy. The amount of transfers that are transferring out every single year. I think it's a little bit ruining college football. Especially, you don't see most people staying where they're at.
Yeah, I'd agree. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to give Preston the mic, and we're going to go down the line. I want Hunter and y'all to hit it. So if you had to revise NIL in the transfer portal in just a brief summary, what way are you? What is your first initiatives that you're taking? Whether it be how long a guy can stay at a school, how much money he's able to give, who gives him money? Because keep in mind, it's not coaches and schools that are giving these; it's businesses, which totally takes the power away from coaches and schools. So, Preston, if you had to, if you were the Donald Trump of the new NIL order and transfer portal order, what are you doing? I want to think about that because you're going to get it next. So you.
Well,
that boy froze again. He froze on the comment. All right, so Hunter, you're up. No time to think. No time to think.
So,
all right, so no, he's back on the stream.
Oh.
Preston, you're back. No, we thought. Okay, he must be having technical difficulties. We'll give him a second. Hunter, go on and take that until we get P up back and running. If you were the Donald Trump of the new NIL order, what are you doing? What are you doing? How are you adjusting it to say, okay, this is actually fair? This is not going to screw head coaches because coaches don't even know who their rosters are sometimes at the beginning of the season, which is crazy.
Okay, this is what I think. There's got to be a salary cap.
I agree.
That's
what I was thinking too.
Number one, salary cap. Number two, if you sign a player for NIL money, he has to at least stay 2 years.
Yeah.
At least 2 years. At least. Because, I ain't done.
The 2 years I agree with.
The 2 years, and you got to have a salary cap because it's kind of like baseball, right? For example, you got the Yankees who can pay about $400 million for a baseball team, and you got Houston Astros that can't pay about $150, $200 million. There's a big gap there, So I think it's like saying Lamar University can spend about $3 million for players, and then Texas up the road or A&M or whoever spends about 10 or 15 million, and it's just not fair. It's just not. I think there should be a salary cap on college football on NIL deals, and you at least got to stay 2 years.
I'd agree. Now, McLovin, do you? Okay, you're rebutting. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Hear me out. So
I'm sorry, I didn't even see you.
So, if you transfer from a school to another school, right? Say you're like a sophomore, you're transferring.
Oh, Preston's back.
That's at least 2 years. That's at least 2 years, I would say. But if you're coming in from like a recruiting class and you're coming in, you at least get 1 year to see if it's going to work out or not. That's my opinion.
Now, mind you,
college.
Hunter, I'm just going to throw this little punch at you. Dylan Gabriel played 4 different places in 4 different years. I think that's ridiculous.
I agree. I think that's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like it. I never liked it. I think 2 years is a good one. McLovin, what do you have to add to that little snippet? Is there anything else that you would like to see more extensively? Maybe speak on. Yeah,
he hit good points. You got to have a salary cap. You gotta have a minimum amount of time you stay at a college because you can't. 4 different colleges in 4 years is crazy. It's just an insane amount.
Yeah, but I mean, just think of how many college coaches. I mean, he was probably getting a bag while he was at that. Like, hey, we'll pay you more.
Exactly. What?
Here's the take that I want to insert because like I heard actually not Brian Kelly, Chip Kelly,
Can
and I
I
thought this
can I
was a
say
really go ahead,
my
go
piece
ahead.
real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually and I know I'm the minority here, but I've thought that the whole transfer portal and NIL has evened the playing field across the board. I mean, we've seen a Vandy, we've seen people last year that we would Indiana, people like that, because now you're not having a guy sit behind somebody for 3 years before they get to start or this, that, and the other. They're able to get their bag somewhere else and go play for somebody else in a big conference and still get their money. Now, what I would do is I would stretch it out,
Mm-hmm.
like in payments, like not get it all up front.
Yeah.
Because if you give an 18-year-old kid $2-3 million, they're gonna do what a 18-year-old kid with $2 or $3 million would do. Y'all went to high school with me. Y'all know I'd have ended up in a ditch somewhere. But I'm just saying, like,
the
as
stuff,
far as the on the field stuff, it's made football interesting. Like for me, I mean, there's talent across the board.
I mean, I agree. I agree with that. So this is my thing: is I don't like when a coach doesn't have power. You know, I think a coach is like a president. He's like a preacher. I mean, that's the man we trust.
The good ones do. The good ones still do.
So
it's weeded out people like and no offense to Glovin, but the Brian Kellys who ain't got no control of their team.
True.
Go ahead. I'll let you rebuttal on that, McLaren, if you need to.
But you got to look at it. LSU has a lot of returning starters, so I mean,
No, I'm saying money wise, like off the field stuff, just like Kirby Smart. You know, Kirby Smart can't keep his players on the field or keep them out of the county jail.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So honestly, man, I think look, I like the idea. So if Red Bull is paying Texas to pay their players, it doesn't go like that. Red Bull plays its players who Texas gets them, you know. But it's the thing is like the coaches and the schools can't make some of these decisions, and then you have your Nico. I think the Nico Amalinava, I'm glad everybody's reaction was the same and was like, are you actually serious? Like you're renegotiating your NIL deal with your alumni? I mean, you are getting education at these places too. So,
well, to answer the question too about the loyalty thing, fuck it.
Go ahead.
If Texas offered y'all $250 million, I mean $250,000,
Yeah.
and let's say Oklahoma offered you $1 million, where you going?
Man, I ain't going to no Oklahoma. Screw them.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you really are a fan, I just feel like a lot of these kids, they don't have that sense of like we grew up. We knew we drew the line in the sand early on. We're Longhorn fans. We're LSU fans. We're Oregon fans. Whatever. Like we are.
Hunter drew the line when Nike cranked up the output.
Look, just chill out. All right, chill out. All right.
Well, look good. But hey, you know what Coach Juve used to say? Don't look like Tarzan and play like Jane.
That is true.
Don't look like Tarzan.
It's a mind
play
thing.
Like Jane. All right. Well, I mean, it obviously just different takes there. Let's get to it. Just speaking on the Nico Malinata situation, what will Tennessee be this year? Is there because mind you, Nico went to UCLA. UCLA quarterback goes to Tennessee, so it's like a even exchange, I guess. Like
a trade.
Always good defensively, but do you see them? Do you say their season goes semi-south or way down south? Hunter, I'll even let you answer that first, Mr. Lincoln Man. What do you see on Tennessee?
Tennessee's
I mean, look, I'm not saying you have to know the program up and down like the Bible, but
yeah, but I just think Tennessee
we can't judge from afar.
Tennessee to me is a hit and miss team, right? So with a new quarterback, I don't know. I think that I'm gonna say
Hunter, you have a comment down there if you want to read that though. That's a fan. You have a fan here.
You have a
Oh wow.
Y'all
I
took
hope she's pretty.
Y'all took Hunter's side.
So look,
Anyways.
I'm just saying Tennessee is going to be having a mediocre season. That's my opinion. They're not going to go to playoffs. They're going to probably get 8 wins.
You
maybe
see him
7
going
wins, I
500?
think.
I mean,
Yeah, I've maybe seen them 500.
8 wins in the SEC is pretty good.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
but-
I see him going below. I see him having a 6
They're not
win
going. They're not.
season, but something
They're not going to
build
go to
off
the playoffs. I mean, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
their ranking shows what they're going to be this year. They're number 24 in the country. They're not very high, so I don't see them doing very well.
Me either. I just don't.
I feel like don't sleep on them. They're
Yeah.
coached well. Nico was a cancer,
Yeah, he
and
was back anyway.
Now, to be fair, I did like Josh Heupel. I do like Josh Heupel.
Josh Heupel, to me, he's the only person to ever come out of OU that I could stomach being around.
Jeez.
But
Hey, you really good.
yeah, but he and that's crazy to say because my future brother-in-law is OU fan. Yeah, Audrey, Audrey don't know how to pick nothing. But
They never do.
I think Josh Heupel, this is where he thrives. What they were last year, that's not him. Like he's set up for the doubt me type role, the underdog type role, and they're going to break some heart. I think they're going to break at least 2 teams' heart in the SEC this year.
Yeah.
They're going to be, and I hate to say it, McLovin, but I don't know if y'all play them. Y'all play them?
Who?
I think they do.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a team that gives Brian Kelly problems, and it's because he can't finish games, and Josh Heupel's teams can.
No, we don't play them this year.
Yeah.
Well, y'all are lucky.
Well, let me just ask you a quick question, and we're going to go from right to left, and we're going to give McLovin the mic first. Actually, we can maybe just say it all at one time if you want to. Does any of us like Alabama?
Heck no.
No.
I have no nice words
Not
to
a
say
chance
about
in
Alabama.
All right. So
I don't like my cousin, so.
Okay.
I was going to say, the only people who like Oklahoma are kin to them. I mean, Alabama are kin to them.
Now, okay, so Alabama is in a similar situation, hence to NIL and transfer portal of I don't think they actually lost anybody, but they've got a new quarterback starting and coming in this week, and there's actually a little bit of hype around in the program. And I got to tell you, I told McLovin, I think what was it on Tuesday? I said my off the cuff pick was that. Hear me out, Preston. Hear me out. Was that Alabama was going to go to Florida State at 2:30. And off the cuff, is it likely to happen? Maybe not. Maybe. I think that crowd at Florida State, with as much turnover and as much letdown as they had last season, I think they're about to give that new quarterback in Alabama more than they thought they were going to get. That's just my hot take.
Are we doing that? Are we doing them on the picking thing?
Yeah, we could do that. Okay. We could do that on the pick 'em, but that's just my
Because I'm with you. I'm walking down that same road you're on.
I'm the same way.
Now, Hunter, do you believe Alabama hype has been so real for so many years, and honestly for good reasons? When Nick Saban left, you had such a dramatic change in culture with, like, I'm talking about over the course of what's all in 6 months, 7 months, not even that. You had so much culture change with Kalen DeBoer. Do you think you start seeing more in year 2 of Kalen DeBoer at Alabama?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I would say yeah, but
I mean, he's got studs. Let's be honest. He does have studs.
Yeah, I mean, okay, look. Okay, you take a Nick Saban team that you get. You're just picking up another Nick Saban's roster, and you're playing with these guys.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I think the culture, the mindset, and effort has changed since Nick Saban left. I don't think I don't think Alabama's going to have another turnaround like another Nick Saban.
Yeah, well, I can see him not getting back to the point, but I think ultimately it comes down to, man, like I said, it's just you saw it from Matt Brown to when he competed for a championship in what was it, 2009, and then the culture from 2009 slowly decreased until he ultimately got fired. I think.
Hey, let me paint you a picture real quick. Ole Miss goes, it's kind of like how Ole Miss normally does, and Alabama does not do good at all this year. You don't think they pick up that phone and call Lane Kiffin?
No, I mean that's an interesting. And I like that take.
Because
I mean,
McLovin, how would you like seeing Lane Kiffin come to Death Valley in Crimson? McLovin still got that Burrow swag about him. He's like, hey, boy, go get him, Couillon, come get him. He's got that Couillon to him.
y'all, you better go find it. You better go find Burrow's cousin.
You better go find Tammy. You're gonna have to recruit some players.
Our younger brother.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. We're fixing to be at that time where we're gonna pick them. So obviously, I'm just going to have some of the top games. But if you have any quick insertions, which mine, like I said, I've kind of already exposed mine, and we're probably going to dive deeper into that and the keys to that team winning and why they could win. But yeah, so if you have any games, I'm going to start off with mine. Obviously, we're going to save the best for last. And I don't think the best for last is LSU. It's all right. No, hook 'em. Anyways, Ohio State fans about to learn you something. Okay, so here we go. I always used to love when Matthew McConaughey, does it seem a little bit messed up now that looking back, you're like, dude, Matthew McConaughey, like Lee Corso, let's talk about that. It's Lee Corso's last day on College Game Day, and Matthew McConaughey literally almost yanked his head off when LSU and Texas played. Do you remember that? Lee Corso put the Tiger helmet on, and Matthew McConaughey goes and starts tugging on that thing. Literally almost pulled his head off. He's 90, bro. What do you think? Do you think Lee Corso is going to? I know they got Pat McAfee, and I like Pat McAfee. I think he tried sometimes more so than like with Lee.
I love Pat McAfee.
Do you have a top Lee Corso moment?
Oh yeah, at Houston, U of H. Yeah. Oh, epic! That's the best one.
Well, McLovin, do you what are you going to miss the man, the myth, the legend, Lee Corso? I mean, this is his last. It's not like he has one more season. It's like today, and he's gone. He's retired.
At the end of the day, that show's not going to be the same without Lee. I mean, just the thing. They're going to have to put McAfee as doing something.
Well, look, I would even argue that Lee Corso, I would argue that he should have been replaced by Saban, because I just like Saban's humor. Like Saban just doesn't like bad.
But Pat McAfee pulls that humor out of it. Like those two together are like Herb Street and Lee Corso. They're like the new version of those two.
But would you say that? But before there was Lee Corso or Pat McAfee, there was Lee Corso. So Lee's been doing this 38 years.
He was the only person in the media who believed in us.
Yeah. Well,
Pasadena, California.
They said a fun fact about Lee Corso was that he has actually never picked Oregon.
No, that is a lie.
I'm joking. I was
about to say, so he's a very smart man.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. One of the best moments, him picking Oregon when he got on the back of the motorcycle with the helmet on.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was good. That's probably one of the best moments. Another moment was pretty cool. It was pretty funny. He picked Texas Tech, I believe, one time, and he shot the guns, almost fell out of his chair. That was pretty funny too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was some cool moments, fun moments watching him throughout
Hey,
growing up. Watching
I-
college football.
Bill Murray hitting him with the elbow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would not be surprised if Kurt Herbstreit didn't cry on Thursday. Like Kurt Herbstreit's an emotional individual,
Yeah.
and he looks at him like he's his father. So you know what, Kurt, you can have your moment. We'll allow you to cry. Don't feel like we're judging you or anything. But like I said, my favorite moment was when Matthew McConaughey literally almost tugged this dude's head right off of his shoulder, taking that Tigers hat off. Nobody wanted them Tigers up in Austin. But anyways, and obviously, Preston, one of the more famous moments in what's that, McLevin? I'll go ahead and say
Hey, that was a good game, though. That was a really good game.
It was a good game, and I really try to erase everything from the Tom Herman era as a Texas fan. So, but I can't erase that game. But yeah, man. Now, just remember one last thing, though. Just remember, Lee Corso did pick Texas when we had the 05 national championship, 4th and 5. Vince Young takes that sucker into the corner, and didn't Marcus? Hey, he did something like that. No.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, no. Look, Lee Corso, you're a sportsman of the. Excuse me. What's the right word? Not a sportsman. A founder of the college football, a founding father, and we have.
Well, he's been part of our lives.
Yeah, he really has, bro. I mean, look, what are we? I'm fixing to be 32. Hunter's a grown man at 40, basically.
Pretty much.
Boy, it looks like you took some overtime hours last night.
Yeah, all the time.
So, anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to go with my first game. I'm going to say Alabama, Florida State. I think Alabama goes into Florida State. They're feeling confident. Ryan Williams has his fingernail polish on. He's about to go catch 3 TDs in glamour is what that boy's about to do. Not exactly. I think the Florida State program over there is fired up. They have had a horrible season last year. The fans have nothing to lose. The team has nothing to lose, but go out there and give Alabama all that. And I can tell you who doesn't like Alabama is Florida State people. I know a couple Florida State fans. They don't like them just as much as LSU and them Tigers don't like them. Maybe Georgia. I don't know if that beef is actually that real. But anyway, I think that it's going to be a close game. I think that eventually Alabama does get it done. I would like to see Florida State shock the world and hit that 48-yard kick and send Alabama and Caitlin DeBoer crying back to their poor culture in Alabama. But that's just my take. McLovin, what do you have on the Alabama-Florida State game? What do you see? Obviously, nothing much for Florida State to prove.
Going into really bad territory. Those Florida State fans. I mean, LSU played them at their house 2 years ago, so it's a rough stadium to go play in. So yeah, I got Florida State. I got Florida State by 7.
Florida State. Okay. I gave the edge to Alabama. McLovin's got Florida State. Hunter, Florida State, Alabama. What you got, brother?
Well, I'm gonna rock Florida State upset.
Oh, we're all going, bro. Y'all want to get on Prize Picks?
I think that Florida State will come in hot like last year and just tear ass up, win that game.
Well, all right, Preston, let's hear your piece on that. This is my off-the-cuff game, so I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah, Caitlin DeBoer gets that butt whooping he's been avoiding.
Can you hear us?
For a few years now.
Can you hear us?
I think.
Let me get a mic check on Nick real quick. Can we hear you?
Hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh! Hey, let me roll the carpet out for this guy one time because he's got it. Look. I mean, the man is a sports legend in Southeast Texas. He's currently got working with Lamar. Lamar's probably not going to get any highlight on this show, but just because Nick did. Nick, what do you see Lamar's football program looking like this year, bud? Is there anything we can look forward to?
I think the floor would be probably 6 wins, ceiling maybe 8. But realistically, they're going to compete for a Southland Conference title. Top 3 I would say probably they finished in third place last year. They got really hot, but what Pete Rossamondo is doing right now is he's building a culture. This is a team several years ago before he took over. They were not winning. Nobody was showing up in the stands. Now they're winning. They were ranked in the top 25 last year. They go to North Texas tonight. A good matchup against a North Texas team that had an explosive offense a year ago. So, hey, look, it's week 1. Anything can happen. We all see that in sports here. Tarleton State last night pulled the upset on Army. That was wild, their second FBS win. So, I mean, listen, if you want to upset somebody, today is the day to do it.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to get you come in on the perfect moment, Nick, and thank you for being on here. Thank you for everybody being on here, honestly. But you come on the perfect moment because I just had my off the cuff prediction and we just started the predictions. I said a Florida State team that welcomes Alabama today at 2:30. Florida State, literally, nobody's expecting nothing.
No.
The fans want to see something better. The team knows they can do better. Do you think that there's a slight chance or potential that Florida State gives them more than they can handle today, or everything they want?
Look, Florida State. The only thing is, unless they get jacked up because of Lee Corso making his final appearance there and everything else. But I mean, I think that Bama's defense, they're kind of loaded from top to bottom. I think they're going to give FSU all they can handle. It depends. If they get off to a good start and can play some defense at Florida State, then yes. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a loss by double digits. I'd be surprised if FSU can even
we were pulling for a field goal at the last. What is it? Is it far right or far left? It's one or the other. Florida State's plagued by that.
Wide right.
Yeah, wide right. Well, let me tell you something, Nick. In the short time that you've been on here, I'm like, bro, this dude's already a professional. You just seem polished. We're more like at the pub. You're at the club.
Look, man, hey, I just woke up about 30 minutes ago. We didn't get in until about after 1 o'clock in the morning.
It sounds like you've been screaming.
We had high school football last night.
Who'd y'all watch? Who'd you watch?
Huh?
Who'd you cover last night?
I covered PNG and Klein Oak. But then,
I heard PNG put a smackdown.
Yeah, we had the show until after 11 o'clock last night. So it was a good night in high school football. Newton Eagles, they almost pulled the upset on West Orange. So we had a lot of good top 25 matchups.
Yeah, that old P Nasty to the left of you, man. He's a victim of the Newton Eagles. He still has. Yeah, he still has.
I got Pete. You said Newton Eagles, and I flinched.
Hey man, I was there when Curtis Barbay. I used to cover Curtis Barbay back in the early to mid 2000s. I loved it.
We played him the year.
Penland? Y'all remember Todrick Penland?
Oh, Todrick Penland was a stud.
Dude.
Didn't he go to McNeese?
Yeah. He went to McNeese. Now I think injury kind of plagued him through that. But he had a decent career for a few years.
We played them the year Barbay passed away, and it was senior night. It was already scheduled to be Curtis Barbay Appreciation Night. And so we hang 7 on them, and in the first, and it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. People started taking pictures of the school board, and we're like, "Please God, don't do that." And at halftime, it looked like military triage. They put the whipping on us pretty bad.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
I think it was 57-7. 57. I got a concussion, and that was about it.
Well, maybe that's Florida State's claim to fame today. They get the first touchdown, we're back, and all of a sudden Alabama and Ryan Williams and Nell Pollard puts 3 touchdowns on them in glamour. All right, we'll go to the next pick'em, and this one is solely for Hunter because this is a show for fans, and Hunter is a fan. So, Hunter, who do you got? Number 7, Oregon, or unranked Montana State?
I think it's
the Oregon game.
It's a tune-up game for Oregon. Oregon's probably going to win by double digits. Next week, they play Oklahoma State. So that's the game I'm really. That's like their biggest, I think, challenge. I believe until the season starts.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to. We knew that Oregon basically didn't have too many opponents in the off the preseason, and so we wanted to give you a pick and highlight that program for you. Anyways,
don't sleep with Montana State though, number 2 in the nation in FCS.
Are they really? I don't
I
don't even keep up with the FCS.
Montana State's number 2 in the nation, and they're gonna be fighting for a national title in the FCS. But hey, those guys might have some dog in them, so you never know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it'll be a long shot, but.
Do you think? Look, I know we're on the pick'ems, but my fear is college is gonna split into 2 programs, like 2 conferences. You're gonna have, and then I don't even know if the NCAA will be a thing. They call me crazy, but if you get 2 powerful entities like the NFL, AFC, NFC, that could be interesting. Seriously.
And Nick Saban needs to be the commissioner, whatever that turns out to be.
No, you're right.
Hey, Nick Saban loves good football. We just had Nick. We just had our Lee Corso moment. Did you have a favorite moment from Lee Corso in his tenure at ESPN, or a memorable moment you were like, man,
I did.
Saturday special.
You know, I covered. I was in Waco for 8 years. Covered Baylor extensively, and whenever they came out a couple of times to McLean Stadium, and got to see him. We got to interview him, Herb Street, Desmond Howard, Chris Fowler, all them. So they would come in the day before. We'd go interview them in the interview room and just sit there and talk with them for a while about their career, about the matchups, kind of break everything down. And so I think those 2 times that he came to Waco, that was pretty groundbreaking, because at the time, you know, Baylor never had College Game Day, you know, come over to Waco. So I think those 2 monumental moments, that's what kind of set the tone for the program.
Yeah, a founded father he is. Waco was pretty lit last night, but ultimately Auburn. Now I don't know how much we can gauge Auburn off that game, just because. I mean, look, I'm not sold on it. I think really Auburn coach may be a coach on the hot seat that I didn't put up earlier. But anyway, let's go on to our next game, because I know that there's a lot of opinions here. We're going to go on to Notre Dame, number 6, going to Miami, number 10 on Sunday night at 6:30 over on ABC. If you needed to know that, we're not sponsored, so don't ask. But anyways, who do you got, McLovin? Obviously, like I said, we asked a question earlier. Was it Beck or was it Georgia? Beck leaves Georgia, goes to Miami. He was a Florida kid anyways. You know, he's to some people, you know, you just had Cam Ward leave. I didn't like how Miami lost in the bowl game. I thought that was Cam Ward goes out of the game. They blow the lead and they lose the bowl game. I don't know if bowl games are ever going to be the same. But anyways, it's Carson Beck's shows now. What do you think tonight's give me your prediction for tonight's game. McLevin, we'll go with you first.
I got Notre Dame. Notre Dame by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns. That's significant. That's significant.
Hey, Marcus Freeman is a better coach.
I agree. That's fair. Hunter, what you got, brother? He had to think about it. Oh, he's muted. You're muted, Hunter. I got you muted, dude.
I think Miami takes it by a touchdown.
Miami, that's a bold prediction. I don't know. Okay. Preston, you seem like you have some type of rebuttal to that. Go ahead and fire off.
Because Carson Beck doesn't have the defense that he had at Georgia. I don't think he don't have the running game he had at Georgia. And like you just said, even with Cam Ward, there was some instability there at Miami. And I hate to break everybody's heart, but Carson Beck ain't no Cam Ward. So I think it could get ugly. I think Notre Dame could put it on them pretty hard because Miami didn't light up the recruiting like they did or transfer portal and stuff like they did the year before. And I like Marcus Freeman. He gets the team. He's the opposite of Brian Kelly. He has the team prepared.
Man, they were roping on McLovin's LSU's Brian Kelly. Dude, a lot of pressure tonight, McLovin. 0-4 at LSU, or is it 0-3? Tonight he could be 0-4.
It's 0-5.
Okay. Man, them Tigers don't like to hear that. Nick, Notre Dame, Miami.
I see Notre Dame by 4, maybe like 31-27. Look, and that's a good point there about Carson Beck. Look, I mean, Hurricanes last year, best offense in the country. We talked about Cam Ward. Defense let them down big time, and some late season losses there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Carson Beck, I just don't think that I think Miami's going to be good. Don't get me wrong, but in this game, he's going to struggle. We were talking yesterday, got that blue chip wide receiver Josiah Trader. He's got a couple of transfers in there, but I think at the end of the day, Notre Dame is going to win, and it's going to be a big, big win for them. Knocking off Miami in Florida, and possibly can move up in the top 5, depending on what goes on today.
Do you think that shifts? Because obviously a lot of people are high right now on Miami because you got the Beck momentum. A lot of people are tuned up on that, and do you think that shifts the dynamic of the season? Do you think they take that hit and because like I said, it's about culture, man. And if like Texas had the problem for years, dude, we would lose. Maybe a game we wasn't supposed to, and it just looked sloppy for the next couple games.
Yeah.
I wonder how they rebound from that.
Well, and their schedule is kind of set up to where after this game, I think they have Bethune-Cookman, South Florida, and then I think they host Florida in Miami. So they'll have time to kind of get themselves back together and then take on a tough Florida team. That is, could open some eyes to a lot of people. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. They can bounce back over the next couple of weeks, but this game, is it going to make or break them? I don't think so, because they have at least a couple of top 25 teams left to go in the season.
Yeah, well, and to be honest with you, Preston, good point on that, because I hate to tell you, dudes, there is nothing but dudes around at Georgia, and if you can't get it done at Georgia, I mean, buddy, tough luck.
And he didn't make this decision on football. He made this decision chasing tail, and that always gets you in trouble.
As men, we know, right? All right, well, let's start it off. McLovin, I'm going to give you this one first, which you took the last one first, but you're just beside me. Tonight we got a game, and that game is LSU goes to the original Death Valley in college football. I know a lot of LSU fans. McLovin primed us on that earlier. He said, Clemson's actually the real Death Valley. But tonight we got to find out who them real Tigers are. And this is what I'm going to say. I am not on the Nuss bus. He has to prove it. He's had down moments in big times and big games. And Brian Kelly has given us nothing to believe he can win a first game, especially at an opposing team's house at prime time. I think LSU is not going to play bad football. I think LSU is ultimately, because Klubnik's got a team coming back. He's got some good linebackers on defense. He's got Westco out wide. He's got another dude. I can't even think of his name. There's another one out there. He's a monster. You'll figure out his number tonight. But anyways, I think it's gonna. I hate to break your heart, McLovin. I can see Clemson taking this one by a field goal. I don't think anybody's doubting what LSU is after this game. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. But these quarterbacks right here. Let me see. I had something for you because I know McLovin was kind of bummed that Hunter was super bummed on the slide that I didn't have ready for Oregon. But we'll go ahead and share this because I think it is relevant. Really, in this game, what you're seeing two quarterbacks that are probably either going to be the first, second, or third pick in the draft next year, and I think ultimately that's what the game comes down to. So we'll see. Look, as you can see, I'm about to put it up on the screen, and then you can kind of see more of that. I got to get this presenter view down here. One second. McLevin, go ahead and talk your stuff. Who you see in this game? Big LSU fan here. Go Tigers. What you see?
I see, you see back there the thigh of the tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got us winning by 7.
7.
by 7.
7. Now, what do you say point totals is?
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. It 35-42.
All right, so look, I pulled it up on the side. Obviously, you can see these two guys are pretty evenly matched. I mean, QBRs pretty much the same. Interceptions, as you can see, Nuss had a little happiness, got a little trigger happy, but yardage the same. Touchdowns a little bit different, but like I said, two solid quarterbacks that really don't. I mean, there's not too much drop off between them, and I think whoever makes that play or that throw, that's going to end up being the key to that game. But anyways, go ahead. Finish your take, McLovin, and because I know this is your team. If you want to explain. And now, mind you, there is a safety suspension. Just put that in there.
Yeah, Dabo's a rat, honestly. But I think if LSU has a run game, they get that run game going, they're going to be unstoppable because you won't know when Nuss is going to pass or play action. So.
And you have them by 7. Hunter, what you got this game going out?
Well, I want to say LSU, but I don't know. The record first game of the season is terrible, and I think Brian Kelly, if he don't get a win here, he's going to be fired by the end of the season. That's my opinion.
Well, I think that maybe an Alabama loss or another loss that
yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna say Clemson wins it by a field goal.
Okay, I like that. Preston,
hate to say it.
Y'all know how I feel about Brian Kelly, but I'm not sold on Cade Klubnik. I guess I'm the only person in the nation that feels that way. I feel like he really relies on his legs too much. As far as like you look at the numbers here, they ran the ball a lot last year, so you can't really compare with the interceptions. And Garrett Nussmeier has had injury issues.
Mm-hmm.
He's played through that. I give quarterbacks who have had injury problems, a pass, right?
Yeah.
Puckett,
I still remember your boy comments.
But I just feel like if you look at these quarterbacks, who would I want? And I'm taking LSU.
Dang,
by a field goal. And Brian Kelly gets the monkey off his back, but he still gets fired at the end of the year.
I saw McLovin's chest exhale when Preston said LSU. Good for you. Hey. All right, Nick, what are you seeing in this one?
Hey, but look, I can see LSU winning like on a late field goal, 27-24. But look, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be Clemson. Here's my thing. LSU's defense, they have been absolutely terrible. They can't stop the run. They've gotten the portal. I think they're still not going to be able to stop the run. The offensive line has got 4 new starters, so they're rebuilding that O-line. It takes a while to get chemistry on a team. You got to gel together. This is just too tall of a task, especially in week 1, to try to get everybody on the same page and to stop a Clemson team that is going to be, it's really good. They got weapons all over the field. So at the end of the day, I think Clemson by probably less than a touchdown. I will say by 6. I think Clemson's going to run and kind of expose LSU's defense again.
Now, mind you, Kirby has never went like huge transfer portal, so a lot of these guys have that continuity with each other. So that's something to take. I know LSU has a lot of guys returning. McLovin, I didn't even mention anything about the big 5-star receiver that flipped from LSU to Tennessee yesterday. We won't talk about that today. Bad juju. But anyways, yeah, man, they got continuity at that program, and I think it's going to be interesting to see. I love Dabo. I know you may feel that he got your safety suspended because of a cheap hit, but I like Dabo as a coach, and I think, look, Cade Klubnik lit it up last year in second half against Texas, and that's when I was like, all right, this dude can actually play, and he can maneuver.
That was charity work.
Yeah, right. Well, look, I will say this. What did Matthew McConaughey say when LSU and Texas did play, and Matthew McConaughey had that famous intro? What did he say? Texas fans, here we go. we are off to the Texas game, and I can't be more excited. And I'm sorry I didn't put together a big old slideshow for LSU and all these other programs just because it's, I didn't care. Look, I want to see good games, but I did put a slideshow together for this specific game, and I think it's worth noting because ultimately you're probably going to have maybe 30 NFL players in this game. Now, will they start? I don't know if they'll start, but I'm sure they will play. And this game is the game of the week without a shadow of a doubt. LSU's that game's not going to have any drop off either. It's going to be just as dramatic. But Texas and Ohio State head-to-head matchups. It's so crazy because if you look at these rosters, they did the all-22 roster on defense and offense for both teams, which means they pick if you're wide receiver on Texas and Ohio State, they're going to say who's the best. So on offense, you have on the all-22 6 Ohio State guys and 5 Texas guys. On defense, you have 6 Texas guys and 5 Ohio State guys. That's literally going to be how this game, I feel, is going to be played. It's going to be neck and neck. You've got like star studs right here, Sonny Styles and Anthony Hill, both at linebacker. I mean, I feel like there's no position drop off here. And I'll open the floor just because I don't know if I'm ready to pick them just yet. But I am, and we're just flipping through the positions. But just what do you think about the overall? We'll give it to Nick first because he's been caboosing. What do you think about the overall talent level that's fixing to be on the field and literally like 45
it's going to be
minutes?
nasty. I mean, you might see I don't know, probably 5 top 10 picks. Look, you mentioned about Anthony Hill Jr. and look, Texas, they're going to have the best linebacking core in the country. Running backs look really, really good. They got they're replacing 4 their top. I think it was like the top 6 passing targets. Sure. But look, at the end of the day, I love this team. I took Texas outright. I think that this is Arch Manning's coming out game, even though it's like its first big game coming out of the chute. Look, the expectations are extremely high for Texas. It's high every single year. I used to get dogged when I was in Waco all the time because I would dog Texas because my thing is, Texas should be competing for a national title every year, not trying to compete to win a conference title. They got so much talent. I just thought the coaches never utilized that talent correctly. Now it's like, okay, everything is pointing to here. They haven't won a national title in a long time. This is the year that they can do it. They got a lot of really good players and can make an absolute sledgehammer statement on the road today. I think that they win by – I thought they might win by 10 plus.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how good I think Texas is. And, I think they're going to just get to the quarterback a lot and make some big plays down the stretch.
Now, I will say this, a tough environment in Ohio State to play in, and obviously we've seen these teams 8 months ago. Now, Preston, there is no – I'm going to say this one time because I don't say it much. There's no Quinn Sewers, and there is no Cody Simon or no I forgot the dude's name. I was so mad after he stripped Quinn, and I watched that live. Watch him.
Bobby Boucher, yeah.
Yeah. And so we don't have any of them. But we do have Jeremiah Smith and a guy that a lot of people don't know in Ryan Wingo, just because typically he was kind of overshadowed by Matthew Golden and Isaiah Bond and DeAndre Moore. Do you think would you say Ryan Wingo? A lot of people are going to argue it's Arch's coming out party, and it is. But do you think we could see that today from Ryan Wingo as a freshman last year?
No doubt. Wingo, Moore. I mean, we've got it's next man up at Texas. But go back to Jeremiah Smith. He's the baddest dude on the planet. He might be the best receiver come out of Ohio State, and I know all of them in a long while because he's a natural. I mean, he's just a freak of nature. Yeah. But the way he controls his body, we held him in check.
It's not gonna happen again.
I say that, but Will Howard, whatever.
Yeah.
But
well, hey,
he's going to score.
Let me hold you up because my man Nick has got to go. He's got some business.
We're
He's got to
we're gonna get ready to go to a Texas Ohio State watch party here in just a bit. But guys, seriously, it's awesome. Y'all keep up the great work, dude. It's gonna be a massive game, massive
day. Massive day.
Man, I hope we see some upsets.
We appreciate you for coming on, Nick. Welcome anytime. We're going to be keeping up with your career. If you don't know him, get to know him. He's over on pretty much any social media. Nick Canizales. Did I say that last name correctly?
Oh yeah, you said it perfect, man. If
Nick
not,
Canizales. If you don't know him, find him. He's always posting good content, and he'll keep you up to date. Especially if you're a Southeast Texan like myself. I got a lot of Ohio people in the thread. This doesn't pertain to you. Y'all are going to lose in close to 3 hours. We'll find that top gal. But hey, Nick, thank you, brother.
Hey, thank you, guys. Man, good luck to all of you.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, brother. All right, Preston. Okay, so go ahead and wrap up what we need to see here, and then we'll close it out with our predictions.
I think we still haven't been speaking.
Boy, it sounds like his headset went dead, huh?
Yeah.
I think your headset went dead, Preston.
Hear me?
Yeah, now we hear you.
Me?
Yeah, we got you now. Well, look, so this is mine right here. So I'm going to go on and touch on this slide. CJ Baxter, Trey Wisner, McLovin, and Hunter is our starting running back. There's a reason I put CJ Baxter on this list is because if CJ Baxter, he's probably going to get 8. I would be surprised if he surpassed 10 carries. But if we could see CJ Baxter of 2023, I mean, you're looking at like, bro,
yeah.
I'm just telling you, Longhorns are probably going to be the real deal if Baxter can come out and pick up where he left off. So,
right.
Hunter, what's your take on this game, brother? And that goes with a prediction too, brother. I need a prediction.
All right, so
big game.
I think back of when Texas went to Ohio State before with the mighty Vince Young tour that last 05. And I look at the Texas team now, and I wanted to bring this up too about Texas. I think Texas needs to be like, I don't think Texas is there yet. I think Texas has all the players. I think Texas is number 1, great, but I just don't see it. I just don't see I'm just stuck on that 05, that kind of swag they had, that kind of, we're going to get it done. We're going to ball out every play and get it done. I just don't see that from this Texas group. I just don't. They pick a number 1. That's cool.
What's your score prediction?
I think Texas by a field goal.
Texas by, you don't see it, but you see it. He saw it.
I don't see it. But
go back on your word.
Stop. This is what I'm saying though. When last time Texas went to Ohio State, they won by 2 touchdowns or 10 points. I love Texas. I do, one of our top 3 teams, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't see the swag that I think Texas needs to have to be a dog in the national championship hunt. I just don't see it.
Well, good deal. The news for you is you have like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and we'll see everything we need to see. McLovin, Texas, Ohio State. I didn't pick your Tigers. My bad. I don't hold anything against you, brother.
I like Arch Manning. He's a Louisiana boy. He's gritty. He's gonna go get it done. And he's got some wheels, dude. He's so fast.
I think they clocked him at 22.
I think he can get out of the pocket if he needs to and make throws down the field. And he's got an arm. Yeah, so I think Texas at least by 7. Because I don't know nothing about this Julian guy. So
yeah, well, that's fair. Well, look, I'm going to pass it to the just as big as Longhorns fan as I am.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to give it on to Preston Jennings. He's going to be our Matthew McConaughey today in the pick'em spot. Preston, and he went and gone, dude. Don't be doing me like that. Don't be doing me like that. Come on, he got to come back. All right. Well, anyways, Preston, you
Hey,
went
I'm right
Brian
here.
Kelly on us a little bit.
Yeah. No, don't ever disrespect me like that again.
All right, go ahead. Give us your pick and give us it with some enthusiasm.
let me take you back to 05, Puckett.
Go ahead.
Forest Acres.
Go ahead.
Your house.
My house.
We sat right there
Right there.
and we watched Vince Young walk into their house
Troy Smith, who?
and hit Lima Swede at the front left corner of that end zone and win the ball game.
Ooh.
What happened a few months? What happened a few months after that?
I think it was a 70-3 defeat of Colorado, and then we went off and put roses in our mouth. And when USC was all hyped on what they had going, we punched them smack in the mouth. That's what I think happened, Pete.
So I heard about the swag thing, and I'd have to strongly disagree. That defense oozes swag and confidence.
Absolutely.
And at quarterback, we got the nephew of the sheriff.
Come on. I
Yes,
like
sir.
it.
We got a Manning that can move.
Can we get an eagle sound?
We 4 deep at running back. Gibson,
Easily.
Wisener, the
Christian
5-star
Clark.
from yes,
Christian
Clark.
in the IMG
Baxter.
kid, Baby Rhino. Yeah.
We're about 9 deep at receiver. We got a guy with 2 F's in his first name. His last name.
Jamie Friend.
What I'm talking about a team that's about to go into the horseshoe take that horseshoe and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Claim
Give me
it in the
Texas
blood,
by
baby.
17, baby. Texas by 17.
I like it. I like the pick. That's perfect pick. Perfect pick. Let's go, baby. Now I'll give you the keys of this game. The offense and the defensive line, such high turnovers. You have dudes, but you don't know about dudes, and you don't know about dudes, and you have dudes. It's just that type of game. Whoever can get in it, mind you, a little piece for you Ohio fans that's been saying OHI or whatever you're doing in the chat. I will say your left tackle has never played a live snap of left tackle. He has played a few snaps, not 500, but he has played a few to different position. And you know what that comes with when you're a tackle or switching opposite sides of the lines. You have a drop,
Yeah,
foot,
Colin
you have a
Simmons.
punch hand, you have a grab hand. Now let me tell you who this guy's going to go against. He's going to go against a lot of people. If you're not in Burnt Orange, will say he's the top 2. But if you're in Burnt Orange, there's no question about it. Colin Simmons is a dude. Anthony Hill is a dude. Malik Muhammad is a dude. Michael Taft is a dude. We may pull out Justice Terry, the freshman and we didn't even want to show him this year.
Moore from that we got from UTSA.
Yeah. Oh, Trey Moore, dude. The list goes on and on. That's what you're gonna have to drop that foot on, and that's what we're gonna have to see today. Look, man, the Texas fan in me came up with a score. And then, like a real Texas fan does, because we still have traumatic. Preston. We still have PTSD, brother. We still remember Tom Herman. We still remember Charlie Strong. So we always I think we got it. I want to stand on and claim it. I went 20-17. I had that thought yesterday, and I was like, man, I think we got more in the tank. I think we're going to show and highlight the skill case. I'm going to say Texas 27, and I'm going to say Ohio State 17. I don't think there's enough resume in Julian saying. I think that's a tall task. Yes, you're going to have an element in the environment of the shoe, but at the end of the day, can Julian saying make enough plays as never having live action really? And then not only that, but coming in with arguably the number 1 defense in college football. I think it's Texas 27, Ohio State 17. That's my pick. And we're fixing to see it, but 30 minutes away, boys. 30 minutes away.
I will say real quick. I'll say real quick. I don't think Sayin finishes the game.
Oh,
I think it could be bad enough at halftime that they roll a boy out. I honestly believe that. And another thing, real quick, it's not Ryan Day's day. It never is. He's trash, and Sark is going to outcoach him tonight. which is not hard to do.
Well, you know, they said David Portnoy got a media deal with Texas after they banned him out of the Ohio State Stadium.
Yeah, that was dumb. How are you gonna ban somebody like that?
Hey, you know, soft day. Well, listen, let me just give for all those Ohio State fans that are tuned in and do care about this and are listening. A fun fact is the last time a freshman quarterback had to face the number one team, mind you, it's like 0-18 over the last couple of years. But the last time it was done by your favorite. Who was that? Do you know who that is, Preston? I do. A Jim Harbaugh, a Michigan nightmare, an Ohio State bad dream. Well, maybe you have another one because Texas, you fix to see the horns, Arch Manning, Sarkisian, Oregon's playing Montana State. What in the world, Oregon, and LSU and Clemson.
Hey,
Death Valley. It's who's the real Death Valley? Who's the real Tigers? That's what we have tonight.
Go Tigers!
And, go Tigers! Go Tigers! Hunter,
go Tigers!
What's the Ducks? Go ahead and throw up them Ducks, Hunter.
I think the Ducks are.
You're gonna be 0-1.
Well, look, man, we're gonna wrap it up. Seriously, I appreciate all of you coming on today. We'll have another. We're gonna do another one next week, and it'll be a little bit more in depth because you'll actually have reactions to games, and we actually have tape on these guys and see where we can go with this. But other than that, the Peach and Smee's Game Day Show. We have a podcast. We stream. We do a lot of stuff. You know, like and share whatever social media you're on it. If you haven't followed, follow us. Preston, hook 'em horns, baby. Big day to be us. Big day to be us.
Let's go Tigers.
Yeah, it's 10:32. OU still sucks. Catch y'all later, boys.
OU still sucks. Well, hey, McLovin,
Wow.
just for you, bud. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Picture Edo saying that. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, boys. Well, look, I appreciate it. I'm about to get to the watch party, and we'll see how this thing goes, okay?
See you tonight, D.
All right, man. Hunter, appreciate it, brother. McLovin,
Later.
appreciate it. Preston, hook 'em.
All right,
Till
guys.
next week.
Till next week.
God bless.